Hello and welcome to another week in gaming with me, GD, the place for the hottest news, UK charts and new releases of the week. In this week's news, GTA 5 smashes records, Valve is to announce something this week, Diablo 3 to end the auction house, and Hiroshima Yamauchi has died. Also, if you want to skip to a certain section of the video, just click on the labelled section to the left. First in the news this week, in case you weren't aware, GTA 5 has sold really well. So well in fact, it's broken basically every record going. Last week it was announced that the game had earned Rockstar £500 million in 24 hours. Less than 2 days later, they upped that figure to more than $1 billion. Now the latest sale figures are out and they're even more extraordinary. Reports show that GTA dominated the UK charts in such an extent last week that 9 out of 10 games sold in the country were copies of GTA 5. The game is already the 24th best-selling game ever in the UK, and its opening week figures were 2.4 times bigger than GTA 4 and bigger than all previous GTA title launches weeks combined. The game sold 250,000 more copies than the previous record holder, Call of Duty Black Ops, shifting 1.57 million units in 24 hours and 2.25 million copies overall. The game made £65 million in revenue in the UK alone. Oh, and it's also one of the best reviewed games of all times too, with a Metacritic score of 98 out of 100. Also in the news this week, Valve launched a teaser website with the message that reads, "The Steam universe is expanding in 2014. A countdown clock states the announcement will be made on Monday, September the 23rd. Last year, we shipped a software feature called Big Picture, a user interface tailored for television and gamepad, Valve said. This year, we've been working on even more ways to connect the dots for customers who want Steam in the living room. Soon we'll be adding you to our design process so that you can help us shape the future of Steam." A Valve representative confirmed that the company will make 3 announcements this week, the first of which will be on Monday. "We will be talking next week about steps we're taking to make Steam more accessible on televisions and in the living room," the representative said. Earlier this week, Valve head Gabe Newell teased the hardware-related announcement for next week, saying, "We're going to be rolling out more information about how we get there and what are the hardware opportunities we see for bringing Linux into the living room." Next in the news, Blizzard has announced plans to shut down its Diablo 3 auction house early next year. Players have until March 18, 2014 to get their affairs in order before the auction house goes dark. Diablo 3 production director John Haidt said, "Despite their benefits, the houses ultimately undermine Diablo's core gameplay, killing monsters to earn cool stuff. We feel that this move, along with the Loot 2.0 system being developed concurrently with Reaper of Souls, will result in much more rewarding game experience for our players. Both versions, the real-world currency and in-game gold, will shutter in 6 months. The Real Money auction house got off the ground only about a year ago, following months of delays initially caused by server problems with Diablo 3. Gamers can expect more details from Blizzard in the future and should keep an eye out during November's BlizzCon event on November the 8th to 9th in Anaheim, California." Finally, in this week's news, Hiroshi Yamauchi, the Japanese businessman credited with transforming Nintendo from a card company into a video game giant, has died. The company confirmed the death in a statement, saying that former Nintendo president Mr. Hiroshi Yamauchi sadly passed away this morning. Yamauchi is regarded as a legendary figure in gaming history and was one of the principal drivers of home consoles in the 1980s. Yamauchi took over Nintendo as president in 1949 after the death of his grandfather. The company at the time was a relatively small-scale business which made playing cards. Despite several innovations, Yamauchi's major success didn't come until the late 1970s and early 1980s, when he capitalized on the growing momentum of home gaming pioneered by Atari and other companies by launching the Famicom, which became the Nintendo Entertainment System in the United States. The decision about which games to make and release were largely his own, and he is credited with rare insight into consumer trends at that incipient stage of video gaming. Alongside the work of equally legendary producers Shigeru Miyamoto and Gunpei Yokoi, Nintendo quickly established a reputation for unique and high-quality games. Following the greater success of Super Nintendo Entertainment System and the development of Nintendo into a multi-billion-dollar gaming giant, Yamauchi stepped down as president in May 2002 after the release of the Nintendo GameCube. His successor, Satoru Iwata, continues to lead the company. By the time Yamauchi stepped down, the company's leading position in gaming had been usurped by Sony and Microsoft, and Nintendo has struggled to regain its previous dominance in the years since, despite the relatively recent success of Nintendo Wii. However, the legacy and reputation of Nintendo is undimmed, and the company continues to be recognized for its unique commitment to family-friendly storytelling, innovation, and high-quality production values. According to Forbes, Yamauchi was Japan's 13th richest man with a fortune of more than $2 billion. He was still the largest individual shareholder of Nintendo at the time of his death.
Who are you? The man who's gonna kill you. Tom Clancy's.
I want Joel to watch over her.
What on earth do the Fireflies want with you?
We ain't talking about some walk in the park here.
My job, my score, get your own!
You are alone, you pathetic psychopath!
Suppose a group hug's out of the question?
And if you want to know if your game has made the top 20 for this week, either go to eurgame.com or click on the link in the details below. Now it's time for the new releases of the week, starting with Armored Core Verdict Day on Xbox 360 and PS3 out September the 27th. Next we have Disgaea D2 A Brighter Darkness on the PS3 out September the 27th. Also we have Inazuma 11 3 Bomb Blast and Lightning Bolt on 3DS out September the 27th. There's also Train Simulator 2014 on the PC out September the 27th. And finally we have FIFA 14 on everything but the Wii U out September the 27th. So that's it for another week in gaming for the week ending 21st of September. Follow us on Twitter or Facebook in the links below. Also, if you like the show, click on the subscribe button and the like button below. And remember to tune in next week for more of the hottest news, UK charts and new releases for the week, right here on Another Week in Gaming.